why it may be time to buy into the slumping real estate market. What do you think about that?
It basically is saying for investors, this is an opportunity, right? So I think
it actually says it's an opportunity to scoop up
so
some
literally
new
it says here in the article, for investors like us, it is an opportunity actually to scoop up some new inventory and master plan communities at, I think, prices that will be well below what we could have seen last year. This is from Nuveen Real Estate Global CIO Carly Tripp, who told Yahoo Finance this. So basically, it's like the narrative that we hear, and I've heard this before. When there's a downturn in a market, whether it's a recession or a housing market shift or whatever, that's where millionaires are made.
Yep.
Right? And that means that a lot of people run the other way, and then a lot of people turn around and run right towards it, right? And they take advantage. There's opportunity, right? The word opportunity keeps coming up in my vocabulary when I talk to people, when they ask me about the market. And I personally agree, there is opportunity.
Well, sometimes opportunity is not so obvious.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if everybody just says, oh, the rates are at 7%, it's not a good time to buy, and they just put their blinders on, then they're missing out on what opportunities could be out there. Now that rates are at 7%, where could the opportunity be? I think that's my aha when I read this article. It's like, don't just have a narrative and operate in autopilot, but like, if everybody thinks it's a bad time to buy, then why would it be an amazing time to buy? And we're seeing homes selling every day. People are buying still to this day, and people are getting really great deals. Where are those opportunities coming? So I love the fact that this article's digging into that.
Yeah.
There's no denying that the real estate market has been ugly. U.S. home prices were pushed down in August. A measure of prices in 20 large U.S. cities fell 1.3% on a month-over-month basis. In October, home builder confidence slipped for the 10th consecutive month, hitting the lowest level since the onset of the pandemic, according to the National Association of Home Builders. And this isn't the first time we've heard this.
Yeah.
Right? We've been hearing this. There's been a consistent theme going on, that especially from the home builders' perspective.
Yeah, the home builders and you know, the permits to build and construction and all that kind of foreshadows what's to come. When they pull back, we kind of think, okay, there's going to be a slowing of the market and things are going to shift and they're going to change, right? And so we've been seeing that. I've been reading articles and hearing things about home building projects being down. And it's all relative, right? Like, this isn't to say that this is happening in every city and every town in America. It's there are areas that are still doing builds, but sure, there's a lot of people that are pulling back right now.
Yeah. Well, every area is very geographically specific, right? Especially in Orange County, there are cities that are still thriving, and there are some cities that have been hit a lot harder than others.
Right.
So,
and one of the things too is that you hear, and it says even in this article that, some savvy investors believe that real estate has been and will continue to be a consistent hedge against inflation. So in other words, it may be time to buy as others pull back, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is value in buying real estate in a time where the demand isn't high. Because when the demand for real estate isn't high, then you as a buyer have significantly more leverage to negotiate a better price. And if you work with a great lender, then you can get creative with your financing, and even better, if you don't have a lender and you're a cash buyer, then it could be a fantastic time for you to buy, especially if you're thinking about renting. The one thing that I've experienced in my 16-year career is that rental rates have never gone down.
No, they always go up.
They always go up. I don't care if prices go up or prices go down. Rents always go up. And I have seen rents increase exponentially during markets like this.
Yeah.
Because when most people don't want to buy,
they just rent.
And the demand for rental units goes through the roof. So if you're an investor and you're looking to add to your portfolio and you want more rental properties,
now is the time.
Now is a fantastic time, because rental rates are super high, vacancies are super low, and opportunities to buy at discounted rates are abundant.
Yeah, and right now we're probably going to see rents increase. I've actually heard some people that are still on the rental train that are saying that rents have gone up recently. And another thing too is that the multifamily units, those are a huge opportunity right now. If you can get into the multi-unit, you can actually raise rents on those more consistently. And those are also like, I mean, there's various ways you can go about it. I mean, if you're someone that's going to live in it, say you buy a duplex or a triplex, you live in one and then rent out the other two, and those other two are paying for your part of the mortgage, right? So, and then you're just sitting there sitting on equity as it builds, and you've got a rental property in your portfolio. I think that there is major opportunity when it comes to that. And rental rates, I think we're going to see them go up right now because there's a lot of people that probably were waiting to get in the market that are just going to pull back and sign another lease for another year, and their landlord probably knows that, and they're probably going to raise their rent because they can.
Well, yeah, back in, before it was like, oh, if you're going to raise my rent, I'll just go buy. Rates are 3%.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, you're going to raise my rent? Well,
you're pigeonholed.
I guess I'll just keep renting because rates are at 7%, and everybody, including the news, tells me it's not a good time to buy, so I'll just keep renting. Which is why we always tell our clients, just explore your options. I would so much rather a client go through the process and the lender say, hey, you don't qualify.
Right.
You should keep renting. We have that, right? We have clients that literally should keep renting. They're not in a position to buy, but not everybody is like that. And so at least explore your options here. But for an investor or for a savvy buyer, gosh, there is so much opportunity in the marketplace right now. And I love the fact that this article is addressing that. I mean, Warren Buffett says it too, right? When there's blood in the streets.
I agree. Well said.